close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll
All right, let's go. It is Taco Tuesday, and we are joining you this week. It's a bit of a weird week, isn't it? Bit different than what we're used to here on the live stream. Hope we're all having a good morning, though. Got our heat map today looking extremely green. It's like the Incredible Hulk out here today. Everything is gapped up. Our watch list looks very green again. Uranium, UEC, leading the way on my watch list. 8.2% on the open. Got a couples coming in behind there. AMC. Not AMD. AMC, the movie theaters. Hey, what's up, Ivan? He said, my day Tuesday. What? Good morning, good morning. Michael, Chill, Ivan, Adventure, Toby, Black Flower. Looking at CCJ. Oh, I got you, Ivan. CCJ, 4%. Nice pop up to 61. 61. And still continuing on that great run from last week with CCJ. Oklo moving down. NNE, I don't know if you guys saw this. They did like an offering this morning. I guess technically they're calling it a private placement, but yep, an offering, and they're falling off pretty hard. Now they, excuse me. Whoa. They did actually recover back pretty well, though. We can see a good recovery back up here, but there were a couple terrible candles this morning. NNE down 1%. Could be a lot worse than that. Tassie with a big green candle at open, 3.7%. They are moving greatly here today. TSLA. Let's check out the Mag 7 setup. They're all looking pretty fire. I guess the first couple I looked at, Microsoft, Tesla, Google, Amazon looking okay. Meta, kind of weird. Apple looks like it's turning over. Nvidia's down. Look at Microsoft over here. My gosh. I'm very surprised to see all these gap ups this morning. At least like with this type of velocity on some of them. Microsoft 460. Big level to watch for. Tassie still moving well, 4% up to 353. We'll probably be saying 354 in a second. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day weekend, though. A nice long one, 3 days. We won't have another holiday in the stock market till Juneteenth. Tassie. Nvidia down in the dumps this morning, though, pulling back into the gap. Some of these stocks are looking pretty rough. Even SPY pulling back pretty hard. Back below 586 support, actually. Pushing towards 585 and 584. 584 is essentially right where the gap started today. Where it started to trade following the gap, we'll say. Now we could go look at like ES futures and it would look a lot different. You don't necessarily see the huge gap in that way. Nvidia reporting tomorrow. It will be nuts, IMOL. It will be. We'll be running a lot of polls tomorrow for that one. Today, I guess there's not too much in after hours. I thought we'd find something. I guess OKTA is pretty big. Pretty popular. Not my favorite, but I know lots of people trade no OKTA. It's just down so much from those highs. I can't believe some stocks like Zoom and PayPal and some of them are still down in the dumps. They've been down for what feels like forever. Still eyeing up PayPal here. They recently bounced off big support again. Came right back, but Tessie, daily chart, trying to hold its ground really well. It goes through these little consolidation zones, and I think right now it's about to break out and above another one of these zones over the next couple trading days. Watch out for it. SMR's down. Yeah, some of these nuclear stocks definitely not the best. At least they're only down 1%, but CoreWeave, Sonia said. Whoa, another 12%er. CoreWeave on fire. CRWV. Are they not in the watch list? They must not be. They're going in. CoreWeave. Yeah, Sonia, very popular one in the short term. CoreWeave, the daily is insane on this one. Of course, it pulled back hard last week, but it is coming back. It tried to break above last week's high today. Pony, P-O-N-Y. Pretty wild mover. UEC, the uranium, pulling back a bit. Pull up the 5-minute charts here. LUV, Southwest. 31.90, actually not moving badly today. Pretty good recovery so far there by Southwest. Sorry about that. Apparently my sound was on. ORMP. $2.20. Kind of stuck. It is on my watch list, but terrible. Shopify. Good gap up. Nancy Pelosi's going to be happy to see Tempest moving well again. Could hold Nancy with Tempest AI. I guess she really wants it to go up a lot more on the daily, of course. It would be huge if it could break its all-time high in February. I could not believe it ran up the way that it did after it was announced that she was in. I'm drinking something different this week, and it's Mellow Yellow. I'm drinking on the Mellow Yellow this week. I figured I would get all of my yellows and reds and all that in before they ban them. I want to hop up on yellow before they ban the yellow. CRWV. You got calls on that one? $117, looking good, Core Weave. If there were any that were hot enough today, I think this would be one of the big ones. What's a good exit level? I would say somewhere around 120. I mean, but you might want to hold and see if it can break 120, but you'll have to really eye it up in the moment there. Of course, scaling out is the smarter way to go. I would say once we get a move above 117, anywhere above 117 for a sell isn't really that bad. Some people might catch a much larger move. Some people might catch a smaller one. You won't ever really catch the exact top or bottom. So just, watch the move play out and scale out a little bit. If you have 3 contracts, maybe, run it where like every few minutes you sell one out, or every couple candles above there. Not sure how you want to run it, but definitely around 120 is a big level I would be watching for, though. Good morning, Tangy. I know uranium's doing pretty good again, Tangy, but some of them weren't looking the best. URA's up really well. Did you see NNE, Tangy? He says he's up bigly. I've been using that word a lot this morning, too. That's funny. Oh, good thing, Tangy. Yeah, they did an offering. They're not really down that much. It probably wouldn't have even hurt you, really, but... yeah, offering for them. Of course, right? Their stock goes up a little bit, they have to do an offering. It's only fitting. Tesla pulling back a little bit here today. Little red 1-minute candles here. Checking in on Bank of America. They pull them back quite a bit, too. 43.20. Starting to play a little bit. Maybe a little bounce there. Checking in on JP Morgan. None of the banks moving too much today. Nothing too crazy out of them. Guess we're going to have to go over to Southwest. I'm going to check back in. They were moving pretty well earlier. All right, holding up pretty well, up 3% on the day. Right around the high of day as well. Operating capital. Maybe these offerings can help with that. I don't know. They took a pretty big hit at first, Tangy, but they did bounce back well. They could be down a lot more than they are. Tessie up 4% again, sitting right around that high of day. Coming up for a third test. 354, 355 resistance. Watch out as they get to this first portion of this box. They could probably see some slowdown here. Yeah, kind of like that. I will say I was pretty fast, but see what it does. A big level on Tessie. Nvidia 133.50 trying to bounce. Give me one sec. Indeed, it may have been forced, semi-forced. Yeah, could be. Probably just smart either way, but CRWV trying to hold its ground. On the 1 minute, it started turning over a bit and then instantly started bouncing, which is a fairly good sign, but it needs some good legs, some good buyers that come in here. Already up 12% on the day. So check in on gold and the metals. GLD gap down pretty hard today. GLD's down 1.76% right now. Definitely not the best thing to see in the short term for gold, but again, it was uptrending pretty well as the market started to sell off last week. As far as the overall structure, we'll say, of the market, I'm pretty happy with what we're doing today. You know, it's a pretty good sign here to see this move above 586. And I would say if we continue to hold 584 today, that's a great sign into tomorrow for a possible breakout of 588, 588.50. If not even today. You know, a possible break of that high of day could definitely come in. 590 is a pretty big resistance just past there, but I really like 592 even. Could see it testing. I'm definitely watching for a lot of chop, though. After we do get that break of the high of day from today, whether it be tomorrow or whenever, I will be watching for more of a rejection than back down off of resistance, but I do think that that break could come. With that move today, definitely strikes me. Visa. Zoom in a little bit. $359 resistance on Visa. Kind of stuck today. Go check in on Texas Roadhouse. Pretty funny one, up 2%. Look at that. Good 5-minute candles actually today too. Look at that on the daily. Looking pretty strong. If it breaks this recent high, it might start legging up and out like it was right here. I think we could see similar PA to what was in this circle up above this zone. It's pretty awesome. Good daily chart movement, though, by TXRH. Not one that people generally look at for day trades, but the price action itself, really not bad at all. What tickers are you guys looking at today? Throw them in the chat. I'm going to go back to the watch list, see CRWV CoreWeave. You love Texas Roadhouse, solid dividend, and big food. I love their food. It'd be cool if they gave shareholders a discount. That'd be cool. A-Cop said Oklo. Black Flowers looking at SPY and Oklo. Oklo's $46 support. Holding up here. Oklo. It's been popping back really well after forming that low of day. I can see it trying to come up one more time here, like another leg up. It's like staircasing where it goes like this. Here's the first consolidation zone. Here's the second one. Now we're looking for like more of a pop back up. I don't think it'll do this too many more times though today. I think it'll be pretty much over after this leg up if it does. $50 resistance overhead. That would be a big test. Your wife loves their food. Mine too. My fiance, anyways, really loves it. GME, DJ said. GameStop. 33.80 with a little bounce. It's up 3.57%. It's actually moved so well today. Now, I know it dipped down back to support again, but my gosh, it's had a great day. 3.4%. Great in pre-market, of course, and right when the market opened, had a great rip. CEG. Constellation. $296.50, $297 trying to bounce. Go check Boeing. Okay, if I could type. Boeing, there we go. $200 will be pretty big today if that could test again. Watch for Boeing to fill their gap down to like 202.50 though. They're still kind of turning over here, and they are getting close to some good supports though. DJ's gonna buy some out of the money calls that are far out on GameStop. Oh man, how far out of the money? Oh, wow. I guess I haven't seen them on the daily in a little while. It's actually popping up pretty well. CEG looks good on the daily, though. Just intraday today, it's kind of iffy. It is right around 300. You bought some 46 strike calls for the end of June. Oh, you made 70% then sold? Okay. Wow. That move today resulted in 70%? That's crazy. CEG valuation might be getting a little rich on Euphoria, Tangy says. Yeah. It might just be. I haven't looked at that one's valuation, though. I'd have to go give it a good glance over. Go see CrowdStrike. Wow, CrowdStrike, Sonya. Really moving well. Breaking out above the all-time high, even. Love to see it, Sonya. I think 500 bucks is going to be in play very soon. That'll be like nothing for this one. Wow. I can't believe CrowdStrike is making a new all-time high like that. That's awesome. A lot of great movement lately. On these recoveries, on the SPY even, and... You know, we've been seeing a lot of good recovery over the past couple months. I know, like, last week, everything slowed down, but... Doesn't mean it's gonna slow down forever. Robinhood looks really fire. They might try to run up and test new highs. Man, I hope whoever did these on April 8th ended up shorting those. That was a big money. BBAI's up over 10% now. Didn't even realize that they were up that much. They've been actually pretty consistent on the daily, BBAI. We can see lately over the past couple, I would say like month to month and a half, they've been doing this pattern where they run up and it's like a wave or just like a slight stair step. And they keep going through these periods of consolidation, then breaking out. And right now they're at that end of breaking out. And they're actually moving above $4 today. I could see BBAI doing pretty well here in the short term. Continuing up on the daily, of course. Very nice setup. Is touching resistance today. Go back to the SPY, which is getting pretty slow today. I don't know, pretty weird on the price action anyways. Almost a V-shaped recovery, I guess, so not the slowest thing in the world, but not my favorite setup or price action here. It got pretty close to the low of pre-market whenever it opened up this morning. The SPY here. It's trying to actually hold 586 intraday support, but look at how much it's consolidating right there. Oh, wow. Nice candle. Coming off that consolidation, too. Okay. Nice. Very nice candle by the SPY. Like I said, it was holding that as support very well there. Now, I was not expecting a candle like that, but either way, we'll take it. It is 9 a.m. Eastern time, of course. Or sorry, 10 a.m. Eastern time. 9 a.m. Central time. My charts are set up on Eastern, just so you know. They're not on Central anymore. I don't know who noticed that or not over the past few weeks, but about 3 weeks ago, I switched it over to Eastern time. It might have even been like a month now at this point, but destroy that like, though, if you're just joining up. Have 17 on the day. Let's try to hit 30 plus. Go smash it up. Good morning, Jake. They said the Q's gapped up. Man, everything gapped up today, pretty much. It was wild. A great recovery by the Q's, though, here. The QQQ with a very nice V-shaped recovery. SPY's trying to get it done. $518. Let's see, 520 on the NASDAQ. I have resistance up there. 518.30 would be nice today to break, though. What a recovery move. Remember at the beginning of the stream, we were talking about that potential move on the SPY back towards that high of pre-market and a potential break either today or the next couple days. After we see that break, I'll be watching for a resistance touch and possible move lower, but that will come after the break, of course. Constellation. Still trying to recover. NNE. Yeah, I figured they'd be moving kind of weirdly today. Let's go to Oklo. Probably going to be the better one with the PA today. Sounds like you guys like it better anyways, intraday. LUNR was moving. Really? Whoa, yeah, they were. Core Weave right at the high of the day, too. 117. Core Weave, that's huge there. Gotten Tesla calls at 351. Oh yeah, you're probably loving that. Looking awesome. Tesla got up through the resistance zone here. Tempest. Rocket Lab up 11%. I haven't seen that one at the top of the watch list yet. Oh yeah, they're doing great. LUNR, I wonder if they're both doing well together on some type of news. Let's check. Let's look at Lunar first. Looking at Lunar. SpaceX to launch Starship again. All right, let's go check Rocket Lab. Pretty much the same news. Yep. Same news. Tiger Wu said SMCI is ripping. Well, it was till you sent that message. Wow. It really was, though, Tiger. I should say, Mr. Wu. Yeah, it really was ripping well. Looking at it pulling back now. I'm going to draw out a first support that I think it could bounce at. It'd be good to see it hold 42 and this high of pre-market now as support. That would look pretty good. SMCI pulling back. Check DAL. Delta Airlines. I know that the airlines have had pretty good movement today. LUV, DAL, kind of nice and consistent. They're not up a ton. But yeah, pretty consistent here. Going back to Tesla, sitting around 357 resistance, up 5% on the day now. It's doing great. $357 rejection there. Little slight pullback, but overall, great run by Tesla. Even if the run ends here, still amazing move on the day. Panji says it's wild. Palantir's up 2.6% today. No one cares about the insiders selling. That is kind of weird. I expected them to be down a little bit. I guess everything gapped up, so maybe they just gapped up with the market, but I'm with you. I am with you there, Tanji. I would have thought there was a little bit more selling to be had as well. What would Admiral Akbar say? Who the hell is Admiral Akbar? No, I'm just kidding. We all know who that one is. If you don't know him, there's something wrong. It's a trap. Sorry, guys, the music messed up. It's a tarp. That's what we like. Closed Tesla calls for plus 10%. Beautiful, my views. The QQQ is testing the high of pre-market. Looks like it's going to break it even. It's on fire. SPY looks like it's going to get up towards pre-market highs at least. Looks really good. Adobe. Not the best. Tessie looking pretty fire. Sitting around the high of the day. Not the best action. Nvidia at key 135 resistance. A good Nvidia breakout here would be exactly what the SPY needs. Demir made a small scalp on Google. Okay. Very nice, Demir. Very, very nice. That's what we want to hear. Morning, guys. Just made a nice scalp. Love to hear it, though, Demir. Said it's still climbing. Are you still in it? Wow, 173 coming into play. We're getting so many stocks testing the pre-market highs right now, or even breaking them. Google is one. 2.5%. Right around that high of pre-market, though. It's like right on it as we speak. No, unfortunately, gotcha. It's still good trade, though. Glad to see you hit a good scalp on it. 173 coming up. High of pre-market is breaking now. Wonder how high it's going to get. There is a lot of reaction around this 173 to 173.25 area. We'll see if it can get through here or not. That would be pretty nuts if it got all the way to like 175 or higher now off of this. That would be wild, but we'll see. It's almost to 173 here. Let's turn it off. Go back to Tesla, 357. TSLA, 4.99%. Sitting right at 5% here. Bank of America. No one wants to see them. You guys are probably like, why do you always go to Bank of America? Excuse me. Thought I muted. CEG coming back strong. Constellation's coming back. Yeah, pretty good. V-shaped recovery. Yeah, sorry about that, Ivan. I know, right? It sounds rough. It's a lot rougher sounding than it is. It just... That's just how my mornings are. I have to deal with that all morning, Ivan. We need you alive for Taco Tuesday. That's funny. I need those tacos, man. TSLA 357 coming into play. 357. Look, come on, let's get that breakout coming through. Tangy Man's got a cough today too. He said he smoked a lot of hash this weekend. What? Oh my god. I wasn't expecting to read that. CRWV turning over around 119.50 to 120. A big turnover coming in. I'm gonna blame the mellow yellow on mine. Ivan says in 10 years I can smoke. What's up with that? What's with the big V in my face? I didn't even get my buy the dip calls in at the price. Always $1 off. Oh, military. Gotcha. You're in for 10 years? Or that's probably your plan anyways. Yeah, retire. Yeah, okay. So how long do you have to be in the military to retire? Do you retire at like 60 like everybody, or can you retire? So if you enter the military at like 20 and then you're in for 20 years, you can retire at 40 years old? Well, heck, I should have done that. No, I'm kidding. I didn't know, though, that you could retire after 20 years. That's crazy. And yes, like Chill said, thank you for your service, of course, Ivan. 100%. You earn your base pay minus 50% for the rest of your life? Interesting. That's pretty cool. I'm glad to hear that they do that stuff. Rick retired at 39. Wow. IMOL retired at 42. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you guys all for your service. That's badass. Tesla moving up here. 357 coming into play. It's starting to get up here off of this consolidation area. Testy, right at that 357 mark. Stair stepping up. Let's see if that high of day breaks. SPY, of course, is pretty wild today as well. Nice V-shaped move. Up 1.44%. Tangi retired from the Air Force at 19. The doctor said, I don't know how you got past MEPS, but you cannot serve with that knee. Poor Tangi. Your knee got messed up, huh? Hood's ripping, Carlson said. $67.20 coming up. The size of a softball. What the hell? $357 breakout coming in with Tesla. Let's go. Nvidia getting it done too. Actually breaking pre-market highs even. Let's go. Destroy that like button if you're joining up today. Only need 8 more for 30. I'll be happy at 30. Patellar inflammation tied to misalignment of the patella, the kneecap. Damn. Go check on Rocket Lab. Maybe LUNR as well? Nope. Oklo. That's funny, Rick. I know some people who were in the Air Force or even like the Marines as like helicopter mechanics and stuff, and then they would go like work for like Boeing and people like that after they were done with the military. Go check BAC. Again, you guys are probably like, why banks, Tom? Boeing pulling back. Google turned over. Ooh. Yeah, it slowed down right at 173. Yeah, it turned over a little bit for sure. Yeah, Rick, exactly like that. Yep. I've heard of that a few times. Go to check Boeing down to 202. Angie Man interviewed with Raytheon in 1999. Even got an offer, but my girlfriend guilted me into not accepting a job working for a warmongering corporation. Oh, that sucks, Tangy.
I can't find my way back to you till you make it.
Let's go, Jason. Appreciate that. Tesla's up 5% today. It tried to break 357 here and rejected back down pretty quickly. I don't love how quickly it rejected. Oh, Rick. How dare you, Rick?
How dare you?
Plot twist is XGF works for Raytheon now. After being with Tangy Man, it drove her to be a warmonger. The banks really did recover back pretty well. Nice V shape. They have a pretty big influence on SPY. See on the heat map, the banks do take up a pretty big chunk. Like JP Morgan and Visa together influence almost more than Tesla does. Yeah, you got the Greta today. Tesla's starting to sell off a little bit. Nvidia's holding its ground well, though. Let's go pull up the Mag 7. Yeah, Nvidia, not too bad. That's the best one on here at the moment in my eyes. The SPY's holding up pretty well. A lot of the Mag 7 did turn over the past, like, 5 minutes or so. Not a whole lot, but little pullback, like on Tesla there, and Google, and Meta, and Microsoft, Amazon. Apple and Nvidia held up a little better, though. Should have played BURL. Burlington. Be careful with these retails. This one looks like it's not in the best trend here. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it. Burlington. Interesting. They had earnings, they died. They're trying to bounce, but SPY right to the high of pre-market today. It's up right around 588 resistance right now. This high of pre-market will be in play. 589 and 590 are the more major resistances overhead, though.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and
Nvidia holding its ground well. It needs to hold 135 as support now.
life is happy, but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah,
There we go.
beauty of the world.
Nice little bounce there. 135.
Take a walk.
Nice move.
Savannah.
Beautiful bounce.
Light is morning come. The birds have just begun.
Hey, there we go, Rick. That sounds a lot better.
All right, all right, all right.
Sounds much better to me. Let's go, Nvidia. Very nice candles here.
Savannah.
Keep the breakout going. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see it turning over like Tesla, though. I'm worried Tesla's going to end up pulling back a little bit. They are still holding the trend for now, but if they start to break under 355, I could see a shift starting to happen. We can tell, though, that they keep going through these periods of consolidation and then rising, so it'll be interesting to see if this one holds up again like another stair step. Like, are we going to get the good bounce and another re-break higher? That's the $1 million question. I bet a lot of people are looking for that today. 360 is going to be a big level coming up past here. I almost guarantee you there's a lot of sellers on Bookmap there. Yep. 157,000. Much more significant than any of the other levels here today. I got 0 DTEs on SPY, long 590. SPY is right at that pre-market resistance. Hopefully it doesn't reject here on you, Ivan. We need to see a good push through here. The big level to get through. I could see it, you know, there's a lot of stocks breaking out above highs. Very similar to what SPY needs to do here, like Nvidia, which is powering up. Definitely helping the SPY move a bit. Got him dirt cheap. There goes the NASDAQ going. Continuing up very well on the QQQ. Nice and consistent. Looks a little better than SPY today. Tech with some better movement. There we go, Nvidia. Another new high of the day. Mag 7, looking at it close. Tessie's very close. Meta's turning over a little bit, selling off. Look at Apple selling off. If we start to see Amazon and Google pull back too, SPY might be turning over. Strange to see them pull back like that, but SPY is still pretty elevated, so there's still enough green out there to not matter too much with Apple, I guess. Sonia says AMD. Advanced Money Destroyer. Looking pretty good today. 4.3%. Great action. Kind of weird movement up to the high of pre-market here. But overall, really good recovery. Looks kind of like Nvidia intraday. Really good movement. The chip stocks enjoying these runs. That's great to see. How about Intel today? Not near as good. Looking at the daily chart, Intel's still around $20 support. Do you guys think Intel's going to end up holding this, or will we end up seeing this give out? It's pretty brutal, the way that they're sticking down there. Definitely creating a lot of buying opportunities, but if they do turn over and break their recent support of 18 and fall off, it is going to be extremely brutal. I would almost cut there. If 18 turns over. Tempest, TJ said, with some fire. It's like right at that high of the day. Triple topping almost. Come on, Tempest. TEM. Turning over just enough here. Damn. Tempest. Tesla slowing up a lot here. Still pretty close to the high of day though. Apple, Microsoft's pulling back a little bit. We're starting to see SPY reject around its pre-market high. Uh-oh. We'll see if this materializes into more of a sell-off or not. I could see some more sell-off or chop before we run higher. It has been a pretty straight up recovery so far, so a little pullback could be in the cards. Pretty clear resistance though. I don't think it should be overly surprising. BAC. Okay, even the banks are turning over a little bit at resistance. That could add some pressure to SPY. JPM there. Check in on the airlines, which were pretty good. LUV still looking great here today. 4.7%, still moving higher as we speak too. Pretty crazy. It's been very consistent but slow with these airlines. Delta not bad either. Let's go check on UNH, getting a question in the Discord. Yeah, it's actually moving pretty well. UNH is bouncing off support right around 289 to 290. Holding it pretty well. so far, continuing to recover up a little bit. I could see a little more recovery off of that support here today. I am watching for that support to give out, but it could take a little while. Deck. D-E-C-K. Deckers. I know this one had some... I thought this had some big money plays on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Wow, Deck. Right on support. Yeah, if Deck breaks its recent low around 93.70, that would be brutal. Who else? Top Step, Thick said. Top Step Trader. Go to SPY here. Check out the 5-minute. 588.35. Resistance coming in. Right around that pre-market high. Don't forget, it's a big level here. Testing again. Core Weave. 120. Trying to hold support, but it's starting to turn over a bit. You're out of here. See you later, Demure. What's up, Shane? Good morning, good morning. CCJ continues to do well, right? It has been on fire the past couple trading days. Glad to see that. Oklo, URA, looks pretty fire. What's another one? NNE would be fire if they didn't do an offering. UUUU. Yeah, Tansy Man loves it. UEC. It's great though. CCJ looks awesome on the daily. Definitely one of the better setups for sure. It's testing its all-time high. Well, I believe that's the all-time high. Let me triple check. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's getting very close. $20.50 call on Intel looking better than Friday. I actually like the way it's starting to bounce on Intel. I like the gap up and the way it's trying to bounce off the gap. I could see it doing pretty well. You might have to hold like through some chop here today, but I think if you could hold through the chop, we'll see that high of pre-market break at some point, whether it be today or tomorrow. Let's go, Steven. I'm glad to hear that. You don't get so lost in the lower time frames. That's good. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Glad to hear that. It helps. Shane said the sooner the better. Yeah, I feel you. Check on Google again. They're also rejecting right at their high of pre-market. It's like right on cue. SPY has been recovering up pretty well though. I know it's been stuck here at the high of pre-market, but it's coming up for another test. We might see a breakout with the SPY. We'll see. It's testing again. I don't have it for NQ thick. Sorry, I don't have the futures. Just bought MSTR calls. Very nice. That's good to hear. I actually like that buy intraday. It's starting to base pretty well. It's not bad. It's right at support too. Your risk reward's probably really solid here. Palantir still down. What do you think? Yeah, I'm still a little bearish on it here down. I will say as it starts to get closer to support, I could see it bouncing sometime pretty soon, but we'll see how close it gets to that low of day before it does that. If it actually breaks the low of the day here on this little dip, that would be pretty insane. MSTR. Yeah, let's see it. Right off support. If it now confirms and ends up holding like right here, again, that would be awesome. I think it's game on for you, AK. Might see a good confirmation here. Up over 100% on LEU, Tangi says. SMR and Oklo. LEU, Centrus. Wow. This one's really popping it off. Switching back to Tesla here. Go to the 5-minute. 355 support, trying to hold intraday. Very stuck here. SPY is up and out. Oh, there we go with the SPY. Getting up and through the pre-market high now. Beautiful 1-minute candle. Damn. Getting some action coming in. Amazon turning over a little bit with Microsoft there, Meta. But SPY has been moving great. Looking at some news, not seeing anything too crazy. I saw something that says the CDC stops recommending COVID vaccine for kids and pregnant women. Wow. I wonder how that's affecting Pfizer and Moderna and those bad boys today. Doesn't look like anything too crazy here. Ivan said, if you had to do a trail stop on SPY, what number would you choose? It really depends on what you're trading on SPY. Like, if you're trading something that expires today, you might have to have a much wider trail than if you trade something that expires Friday or something that expires in 2 weeks or something along those lines. So it can be a little weird on that sense, but I would generally say, like, I'm sure you mean more zero DTEs. And in that sense, I would probably say something like 25 or 30% would probably be what you go for there. No problem, Ivan. Usually do 25. Very nice. I think that's a pretty good number. Tangy Man says, you 3 calls are a bargain with the same expiration. This one is tempting when you go out to the daily. It's starting to look pretty good off of this little dip. You know what's one I haven't checked in on a long time is Kraft. KHC continuing lower here in the short term. This is why Tom didn't buy it this last time on the dip. Too worried about it. Traded it, but not a true long-term buy there. I do like to trade this one from time to time, but KHC definitely sold off very hard. It's getting close to some big supports on the daily here. Right around like 27 and then even a little bit lower. Pretty crucial around 25. If it falls to lows of 20 though, that would be pretty insane. I'll be really eyeing it up at lows of 20, but I don't know. Worries me a little bit, obviously. Not the best performance out there. NVTS, oh my gosh, what is this one, Christopher? Christopher, oh my gosh. NVTS, 32%. Wow, what a run. Navitas Semiconductor Corporation. Looking at the daily chart of this one has been insane. What was the news with this one recently? I gotta see this. What day did they make that pop? So it was like either the 21st or 22nd. Let's see. NVIDIA collaboration. What the hell? NVIDIA must have done a few collaborations last week. I remember hearing about a couple of businesses that they had announcements with. This one I don't think I heard about, though, whenever it popped off. Yeah, that's awesome, Christopher. Partnered with NVIDIA? Damn. I don't remember hearing about this. 32.8%. Sheesh. What a move, though. Definitely, like, the best stock of the day, I'd say. By far and above the top on our watch list. Big Bears in second, behind it, up 20% plus. Moving pretty well, actually. Big Bear. Looking awesome on the 5-minute as well. Same on the 1 minute, of course. Very strong. Up 127% on calls. Nice. That's a great move on NVTS. 127%. Like to hear that. Great gain there. Quantum stocks falling a little bit. QBTS, QUBT. Hell yeah, it keeps getting better by the second with NVTS. That's funny. It's getting close to $6 a share. I wonder if it'll slow up at all here. Looking at their daily chart, there isn't really like a ton of resistance or anything right here at 6, but there is a little bit, I guess. I am seeing some touches around 6 in the past. Wonder what it looks like on Bookmap here. I gotta see it. Yeah, 6 is pretty big. 291,000 shares stacked up there. Definitely a pretty big level of resistance here where there's some sellers stacking. There's lots of buyers stacking up too at 550. 211,000 shares there. Pretty insane. There must be a lot. There's obviously a lot of good momentum on this one. There we go, $6 break. It just filled all those sellers that were stacked up there. Wow, look at that. $343,000, $6.12 coming into play. NVTS continuing to pop it off. Wow, what are you up now, Christopher? My gosh, it's probably 180%, 200% probably. Is that good enough support bounce on MSTR for your liking? I liked it earlier, Isaac. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. It actually is pretty solid. It's continuing to hold. I like it, Isaac. I think it's holding the base very well. It did break that low of day there by a couple cents, but honestly, very minuscule. I do think it's good enough here to start to see like a bit of recovery as the day goes. Might not be a full-fledged recovery, but hopefully something like 372 at least would be nice. Christopher doesn't know when to sell. It's going to be a tough one on this one to pick when to sell. If you have a lot of contracts, don't be afraid to lock a couple in and then just let the rest go. That way you're getting in pretty close to the top, or out pretty close to the top, and then if it does keep going, you know, you can just hold those couple runners and let them add on. That's what I would do. It's very hard to call the top. Only 2 contracts? Gotcha. Yeah, maybe do like one now, one later. Or you could do both now if you're feeling really good about it, but I will say it's getting close to resistance from the other day. Probably not the worst time to do it, as it's around $6 to $6.50 within that range is really not bad on a realistic sense. Damn, music's broken today. There we go. AC Philly with the nice post. Killed it on Palantir. Awesome. Palantir actually roared right back down here, starting to bounce off support. See how long the support will hold. SPY rejecting back down again. Loves this high of pre-market here. It actually faked out a little bit above it earlier. It ran above it just slightly and then pulled right back down. Check on Lunar. Kind of stuck. RKLB. Not much either. Let's go to NVTS. Coming right back. $6.20. All right, let's see if it breaks. NVTS. $6.50 is like the recent high here, so this will be a big spot. NVTS right at the high of the day. I don't mean to just sit on this one, but pretty badass. Let's go check Core Weave. Pulling back. We're getting a lot of pullbacks across the market, so big bears right at the high of day again, though. Big Bear and NVTS are the two hot ones. Go check Carnival Cruise Lines, RCL. Let's check DAL.
I'll bring you to the light, and it might taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You won't get away this time. You won't get away this time.
2 contracts. You'll post it in the profits. Definitely post them up once you do sell. I'll be interested to see those. Go check Serve Robotic. Tempest. Pretty harsh pullback on Tempest there. SMR has actually held up pretty well today, 10%. Not bad. It's right around the high of the day. Back to the SPY. Still slowing up here at this resistance. Come on, SPY. You've been stuck for like 30 straight minutes now. 30 straight minutes. Let's at least get out of here. If you want to reject. I'd be fine with it. Oklo trying to get through Friday's high, though. Really powering up. Oklo coming alive. Yeah, Sonya. On fire here. AMC's killing it. Whoa. Yeah, it is. 17%. Great 1-minute candles, too. Wow, Jake. Oklo up to 52.
You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light, and it might taste bitter.
Tesla to 360. I wish. If it would make a 360 push today, that would be pretty badass, Aller. It is coming up very well off of this dip. This could be a 360 push coming into play. If we start to see a lot of positivity across the board, I could see it come in. It's really not that far off from 360. If we break the high of day here around 357.50, 360 would be pretty easy. The last time it broke the high of day, it went on a 3-point run. So a 3-point run would put us just above 360 here. SMCI up 7%. Starting to pull back slightly, though. How's Nvidia? Right on 135 support, of course. Such a crucial support. This past week when Lilo and Stitch made money, could that be pushing AMC? It could be. It could be. I saw a lot of people talking about that movie. That could partly be pushing it. It also looks like AMC has been pretty low recently. We could be seeing a bit of squeeze start to happen. It actually is bouncing right around where it's had major bounces in the past, too. I mean, I'm not a big AMC fan, but it's not terrible, really. GME's up too, the meme stocks. Yeah, it's... I gotta say, though, AMC looks really good. I'm not saying that it's all Lilo and Stitch, but it probably adds something to it. They set a revenue record for Memorial Day weekend. Admissions revenue, food and beverage revenue, total revenue. AMC's biggest revenue weekend so far in 2025 was Memorial Day weekend. Damn. That's pretty big. That's big news for them. Lilo and Stitch probably helped. Looking good. 19.75%. That's some great individual news to see. I'm surprised to see that. Testing 6.40. You're talking about NVTS, right? Wow, NVTS got all the way up there to do it. It might be making a new high of the day. Let's go, Christopher. This is Tom, though, by the way, Christopher. No problem, though. People get us confused quite a bit. Would be wild AF if GME ended up becoming the next Berkshire Hathaway. Just massive middle finger to the shorts. Berkshire. I might drop dead before that. Ha, no problem, Christopher. It's all good. I'm used to it. Tesla bouncing up, 356.75 coming up into play. Looking at the 1 minute charts. Little lower high on the day here. Trying to bounce at 355. I could see it making a new high of the day. Come on, 360, let's make a push. We can see Tesla's book map. There's quite a few shares at 360, 166,000. Definitely the larger area overhead. AMC's up 21%. I know, it really is crazy, isn't it? Wow, it keeps going too. Look at that straight up price action right now. That is something else at this moment. Go check GameStop. It's not as good. NVTS can't even contend with AMC. It's just so straight up. They can contend on the percentage, but not the look of the actual PA. Those are some pretty straight green candles here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green candles in a row on the 1 minute chart. NVTS is good, but not 10 green candles good. But it is 46% good, so we'll take it. MSTR is working for you. Let's go. That's awesome there off that dip. Glad to hear that, AK. 4 calls. Hopefully it keeps running. Let's go. Yeah, it's a really good dip there. Great base. Let's go. Let's see how much it can come back for you. All right. We're probably going to call the stream here, guys. Appreciate everybody for joining up, though, this morning. Seeing a lot of the good early morning price action here in the market. The SPY still sitting right on resistance around 588. Waiting for more of a breakout there. Hopefully we see it soon. Go get your protein. Hell yeah, AK, I almost forgot. You're right, I need to go get that protein going. Sounds good, sounds good. Go get your protein too, guys. Nick says time to go defend Super Earth. Oh no. Not Helldivers again. That's funny, Thick. Ivan says fiber. I love that MSTR play though, AK. Looking pretty good for you. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Let's have a great beginning of the week here. If you need anything, let me know in the Discord, of course. Don't forget, we do have the new updates that just released for the Surge bot, with stop losses and a ton more features added to the community. If you're interested, check out the link I'm sending in the chat. Use code BIGMONEY for $100 off the yearly. If you want in on a lifetime deal, send me a private message on Discord. I will get you in on lifetime. And if you're in on monthly and you want to upgrade, shoot me a message as well. Just sign up for yearly, and then we just have to cancel your monthly, and that's it. Yeah, use code BIGMONEY there. Saves you a lot of money there on the yearly. But let's go. Let's have a great start to our day. I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry, Ivan. There's not a lot of monthly discounts out there. Hit me up a message, though. Shoot me a message. Sounds good, Autumn.